So it's not too much of a surprise that the Saskatoon real estate market has been showing signs of slowing down. But is this just a seasonal adjustment, or is the market actually taking a turn for the worse? I've heard both ends of the spectrum, so let's dive in. What's up everyone, my name is Jack Bouvier. I'm a local real estate agent here in Saskatoon, also investor focused, and I'm here to provide you all of the ins and outs and nooks and crannies of the Saskatoon real estate market to help you buy, sell, or invest with confidence. If you have any questions about anything whatsoever, feel free to hit any of my links below with a home evaluation or starting your search or looking at this market report with the full PDF or scheduling a call with me. All the links are below and I'd be happy to connect with you. So looking at the bigger picture, we could see that the sales have decreased. The inventory is still relatively similar compared to the summer months. Actually, it's a little bit more. However, the benchmark price has decreased over the fall months. And like I said, the sales have decreased as well. So let's dive into some more nitty-gritty numbers. For September, the city of Saskatoon reported 432 sales, which is an increase of 16% compared to last year and 24% compared to the 10-year average. And since limited supply options continue to prevent strong sales figures in Saskatoon, monthly inventory levels remain 46% above the 10-year average and are the lowest reported since 2007. So what does this mean? Well, taking a look at the pricing picture, we're at 401,000 compared to August, we're at 404,000. So that's a $3,000 decrease, not substantial by any means, but it is slowly decreasing. But that is still 7% higher compared to September of 2023. And for the pricing picture, this is how it breaks down. For detached houses, we're sitting at 350,000. Semi-detached homes, we're at 486,000. Row townhouses, we're at 498,000. Apartments, we're at 376,000. Acreages, 632,000, and multifamily, 412,000. Now onto our sales summary. So we can see here with the pricing picture, we have seen a year-over-year increase. So compared to last year, we are still up in sales. However, overall from year to date, we are down a little bit. In Saskatoon, in the past month, we saw a total of 432 sales, and there were 654 new listings that came to the market. This is indicating a shift in the market dynamics. But as we can see here, this amount of inventory compared to the 10-year average is 46% lower. Despite the increase in sales, we are still sitting at a tight inventory situation, which is something that we're going to need to monitor during this fall season heading into the winter. Now let's delve into the inventory story. So like we said, we're sitting at a 46% decrease compared to the 10-year average, and we are seeing an 11% decrease compared to last month. So there's that many less new listings that are coming to the market. So now back to the sales summary. So in the month of September, we have seen an increase of 16% of sales compared to September of last year. And year to date, the total number of sales that we've seen so far at this point of the year is also up 6% compared to last year. So we are seeing an uptick of sales. However, as we can see here, the number of inventory is decreasing. So that's not necessarily a great condition for buyers when this time of the market is usually more beneficial and optimized for buyers to purchase a house. It is still a seller's market with the increase in sales and the decrease in inventory. But let's delve into the inventory story. So like I said, we are sitting at an 11% decrease in this month of September compared to last year's month in September. And then from year to date, where we're at this year for total inventory compared to last year in total inventory at this point in time, we're sitting at a 19% decrease. With a total of 1,698 total listings that have been active in September, this is actually the lowest amount that we've ever seen since 2007. The current months of supply stands at 2.37, which still reflects a seller's market. We're almost in those balanced market conditions, which is around the 2.5 mark, as we can see here on the red dotted line. Anything above the red dotted line, so above 2.5, in months of supply is signified as a buyer's market. So it's more beneficial for buyers to buy because there's more inventory than sales that are happening, and there's more chances for negotiating and buyers to have options and choose from, and not as many bidding wars and competitive offers, situations like that. However, anything below the 2.5 is a seller's market. So that's when the sellers are in their prime condition and they're getting the benefit of the doubt to list it and hopefully, and most commonly and often, get multiple offers. They're not having as long a days on market. They're selling their houses a lot quicker than normal, and it's not as optimal for a buyer to buy in those times. However, obviously transactions still occur regardless of a buyer's or seller's market. It's just a matter of which is the opportune time for a buyer and a seller to take advantage of the market. So right now we're at 2.37. So we're at a seller's market in this month of September. And then last year in September, we're at 2.76. So last year at this time, we were in a buyer's market. So things have certainly tightened, and with the increase in sales, decrease of inventory, even though the prices have gone down a little bit, we are still experiencing a seller's market. So now staying on the months of supply here, we can see in the past couple of years, the months of supply trend has certainly been going down. So we've been, since the peak of 2017, we've been seeing a slower months of supply and going into more of a seller's market and seller's market. As more people come to Saskatoon, it creates more of an opportune time for the sellers to take advantage of this market. And we are seeing here as well, as the months of supply goes down and we're experiencing more of a seller's market, then the benchmark price continues to go up. However, there's always going to be ups and downs, just like as we see here in the fall months, prices have certainly slowed down a little bit, but the overall trend line is going upwards. So we can see here the Saskatoon population projection scenarios from 2021 to 2041. The city of Saskatoon is projecting in, let's say, 2027, which is really only 3 years from now, they're expecting a population growth on the high end of 2.1% of just population growth. So we're currently at about 270,000 roughly, let's say. 2027, we're expecting 315,000. So that's a big jump. And that's on the high end. On the stable growth, maybe closer around that 300 population. So we're expecting a high population growth, and lots of immigrants are coming to Saskatoon from other provinces, also from other countries, Philippines, India, Bangladesh, everywhere, Africa, and we are experiencing a lot more sales and seller markets and things like that nature that are driving the price up, and the city is doing all sorts of things to combat that. So we're going to be putting in the Sask Polytech by the university, and also having the rapid bus transit systems to increase the flow of the transit and make it more efficient for the higher population. And there's so many more things and developments that are happening in the city, like the big event center downtown that they're going to be putting in, things like that, and lots of projects that are going in place, zoning that is benefiting the city as well. I'll share here. So now we can see here in the Saskatoon metropolitan area, with the population projection, we could see we're currently sitting at the 325,000 mark, and in 2041, which is really only 20 years away, then the stable average projection would be about 450,000. So that's a huge jump, and obviously that's going to demand for more houses, more people to buy and sell in this province, in the city, and have rentals for these people. And as for zoning to allow for more rental suites, the city actually passed a housing accelerator fund change. So this was published over the summer, but one of the causes for the city to implement more rentals is this fund. It says here that the Saskatoon Census metropolitan area grew by 16,000 people last year, according to recent statistics in Canada, and we're expected to need approximately 5,000 more homes, but only half of those homes have been built so far. So this rezoning, this housing accelerator fund that they implemented, it says that The rezoning allows 4 units on most lots that are at least 50 feet wide in the city as a default. Presently, most lots are occupied by single-family homes, but are allowed to have a duplex or a semi-detached home on them, and this effectively doubles the allowed on many lots from 2 to 4 units. These could be row houses, they could be stacked with 2 units on the bottom, 2 on top. So that's what they're going to be implementing. Another zoning amendment will allow 4-story apartments or condo developments within 800 meters of the city's new transit corridors. The bus rapid transit system will revamp the city's transit system with high-frequency buses along the main routes and routes in smaller neighborhoods feeding into those routes. So this is where the bus rapid transit system will be developed all along 20th Street and 8th Street and Warman Road and Preston and all of the above. So in conclusion, we can see that the Saskatoon real estate market has slowed down a little bit this fall, but overall, the bigger picture, we are still seeing an increase in growth in Saskatoon. Yes, the fall, the winter months do tend to slow down a little bit, but we're still experiencing a seller's market with the limited inventory and the increase of sales. Interest rates are dropping down a little bit. It's bringing out more buyers, and we're still experiencing limited inventory, which is benefiting and creating this seller's market that we're experiencing. But overall, Saskatoon is having a great projection for growth in the future. So if you're looking to buy in this market, sell in this market, or invest to take advantage of the future growth that this city has in store, then feel free to send me a message, book in a call with me. My link is down below in the description, and my contact details are there below as well, and I would love to connect with you. Thanks so much for staying tuned to the end of this video, and looking forward to hopefully connecting with you soon. Take care.